Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Solar Sandwich, and we're looking at the Operation Space Potato. So being that this is all new to me with this mod, and obviously things have changed with this being in the solar system and it's launching from Earth rather than Kerbin, I knew things would be different. I wasn't sure how much, because I essentially don't like I don't like to plan things. I don't like to research. I like to just jump into things and get confused and lost. But there we are. That's just how I roll. So I've just I'm on sandbox mode. So there's no tech tree to unlock. Thankfully, we'd probably be in a bit of trouble. So this is more of just messing around, kind of doing my own kind of progression through it. I'm not going to build a Saturn V straight off the bat. I'm not going to build the SLS or a Falcon Heavy or even a Starship at the beginning. We're just going to start off with fairly basic rockets. The first thing I made, I didn't even bother recording, it was so bad. I barely got into the clouds with that one. So this is just kind of like your really basic rocket, but it you need a lot more speed and a lot more height in this, and there's just a launch cam, as it were, that's launching up, and the view from the space center itself, which is pretty cool. I thought I've seen other Kerbal YouTubers do it, and I thought, how the hell do they do that? Turns out it's a mod again, as everything in Kerbal. Anything is a bit different. It's always a mod. Yeah, so in terms of speed, I would say, in terms of delta V, I should say, it's not speed. You need about 5,000 maybe to get into orbit on Kerbin. I think this is probably in Earth. It's probably about 9,000 meters per second, so that's nearly double the delta V to get something into space, and that's quite a lot, isn't it? It's quite a big difference. No wonder it's bloody hard to get stuff and so expensive to get stuff in space, because apparently if we lived on Kerbin, we'd probably be fucking living on Jupiter or something like that. So there goes the first stage. On to the second stage. And that's zooming away from Florida's panhandle there. What a pretty view. Kind of. I downloaded the wrong texture packs. They're too basic. But again, I've downloaded more high-res textures now, so hopefully in the future videos it'll look a bit nicer. Hopefully. So initial Operation Space Potato is just about getting some stuff into orbit. That's what I wanted to do. And then we can look at maybe putting some, I would say men, but they're still Kerbals. That doesn't change in this mod, so you've still got little green men, who are about 3 to 4 foot tall. Just kind of, so we keep those dudes. That's fine. So we'll get some stuff into orbit, and then we will look at our first kind of manned space flight, which would be, looking at this, not that straightforward, to be honest with you. And there it is. There's the Space Potato, the first probe that this version of Radish Space Industries is sending up. Now I made a bit of a hiccup there, so if you noticed, I had an inlet stage. Some idiot put an engine plate instead of a decoupler. So basically I fired the engines and it was just stuck on an engine plate. But you live and you learn. So this didn't make it into orbit. So Space Potato 2 came along, tater tots, and this is slightly more powerful launch system. Still working on that at the moment. I think I have an idea. I think I might try and copy an Atlas V, or is it Delta 4? One of those two. They're pretty awesome though. I think they send up a lot of, I was going to say crap into space. I'm sure they don't send crap into space, but they're quite well-used launch systems, so I'm going to look into that, try and copy that a bit better. So I've times this, or this is times 3, because Jesus, it takes a lot longer to get stuff into orbit on this game. There you go, first stage, side booster's gone, first stage gone, and on to our second stage. Obviously, got a bit lost there, forgot what I was doing, but it's okay, don't worry, we're doing okay. We're going the right direction, we're not going down, we're going up. Probably need to learn the sort of ins and outs of the gravity turn to see if I can get a more efficient ascent, whatever you call it. Basically go up better. That's what it is, isn't it? It's going in space easier and better and cheaper, which isn't straight up and straight across. I wish it was, that would be a lot easier. I suppose it's like cutting a corner, isn't it? Here we go, there's our fairing gone. Bye bye. Quite like the effects I've managed to download there on the engine, it looks pretty sexy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call virtual space part sexy, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? Never mind. Now we nearly finished this stage here. I think I ditched it a bit early because do we really want space junk in space? We want that junk going down. Rear out. So it's a CubeSat basically, this one. Pointless communication CubeSat. More so we can tell people, look, we've got this little metal thing flying around in space. And there we are, separated. So this has got a little bit of it's got a tiny little, is it ant engine there? Tiny engine, barely any power in it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay awesome.